Hello, viewers. Welcome to Hila-P Sports and Entertainment TV. We are back again, and it's been a long while. Since last week till now, we have been following, processing what is really playing out right there in the international scene. CBN. It hasn't been easy, especially for Nigerians. It hasn't been easy for Nigerian supporters. Losing right there in Morocco to to DR Congo. That particular game, normally I expected a tough one, but I never expected Nigeria to be able to, because at the time, immediately, Osimhen was substituted. It was like as if can I say, it was as if it was 11 against 5. Nigerians were trailing, they trailed back, they kept defending. Before it turned down, and before it, the game now had ended 1-1 draw at full time. Then the extra time came in. At the end of the day, it was a penalty shootout, and Nigeria lost by 4-3.
It was very poor. So the poor performance from Nigeria. I mean, in the first half, they actually tried. They gave it their best. I may not say that they were clearly the better team in the first half, but I think in the first half they played better football.
With Osimhen in
was there, but immediately he was taken out after the first half, and then when they came into the second half, they became a shadow of themselves.
Definitely.
And DR Congo was just so much for them. They were just too much for. I mean, Nigeria could not get past the half of the pitch when they want to go for attack. I mean, it was very difficult for them to even coordinate themselves. I think they lost hope when Osimhen got injured and was substituted. Everything from that moment started going south, and it's quite unfortunate.
There's a particular scene I noticed in that particular game. Tolu coming in, and Tolu also being substituted before the game ended. Tolu was just a shadow of himself. Tolu never showed a glimpse of at least a hope when he came in.
Exactly. When he came in, we all thought he was going to add something to the team, maybe help the team out, but unfortunately that was not the case. He came in and he could.
It was as if
he was playing against Nigeria. I mean, it's not always okay to actually single a player out and criticize him, but since you mentioned him, I think he was very poor, and the coach was very correct to have taken him away again. So it means it was an embarrassing performance.
It felt really bad. Okay, let's talk about even Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chukwueze. These guys were so poor. Even in the first game against Gabon, they were so poor.
Exactly.
Because I was expecting, this guy has lost, especially Lookman has lost.
Lookman,
he has lost confidence.
He has lost it.
Totally, he's lost confidence.
Because he could not even do any single thing positively in that first half, during the first half. He was just getting the ball and giving wayward passes. He could not even get dribble.
Even when Nigeria got the chance, even when Nigeria had the chance for him to be able to, give a better pass for Osimhen to score, he wasted the time and played it behind the.
Exactly. It was a very bad day for him. I mean, in recent times, he has not really been performing for the national team.
I was angry. I was even angry that he started against Gabon. He messed up Gabon. Imagine a substitute to a player like Lookman, who has been changing on his own. He takes on game. He change games by himself.
Yes,
in fact, but I was surprised. Even Chukwueze was a shadow of himself too. That particular.
They were very poor, and we thought maybe if they come back in the second half, it was going to be a better display, but unfortunately I think it got worse. It got worse in the second. I mean, I've never really seen Nigeria getting blown away the way DR Congo were just throwing everything at them, and Nigeria were just sitting back, just receiving the punches and everything. But we all expected them to do better against DR Congo. I mean, we are Nigeria, and this is the Democratic Republic of Congo, and you cannot compare them to Nigeria, because even in the rankings we are way above them. But for them to come back in the second half and dominate Nigeria,
we are so can I say sharpless? Because even I'm looking at the correct word to be able to use and clarify what Nigeria their performance.
And the coach himself could not even find a solution
at all.
He was just there. He was just seated there and then looking, because at that moment he's lost all the ideas.
Can we say that the voodoo he complained about is also playing against him?
That was a useless excuse. So that was a useless excuse. I mean, he had the chance and the opportunity and the caliber of players that we were supposed to be able to get this qualification done and dusted, but he could not do that. And it gets to show you why we've actually found ourselves where we are at the moment, because we had the opportunity to actually qualify as the best team in the group, in our group.
Definitely.
So, but we're messing up our chances, getting useless draws.
So I wanted to come to that. Now you have already discussed about that. Who are you to blame in that particular group stage, during the group stage? Who are you to blame? Are you to blame the boys or to blame the management?
Normally, when a team is not doing well, it's always the coach that is to be blamed.
Definitely.
And even though the players are the ones that are doing the job in the pitch, but then if there's anybody that should be sacked, it's the coach.
Definitely.
Even though I'm not seeing the NFF sacking him.
Because I was shocked that Nigeria, looking at the caliber of the countries in our group. Yeah, it's very easy
yeah,
win. Because drawing to South Africa here, even drawing to Zimbabwe, most of the teams you draw at home. These are easy wins. Yeah,
yes,
these are one. And we won't have any chance to have competing with South Africa to say, okay, let's be able to see even if Nigeria wouldn't have even cared about what South Africa dropping backing them 3 points.
Yes, if we had defeated Zimbabwe in the 2 matches
and South Africa too,
even only the Zimbabwe at home. If we had beaten the Zimbabwe at home, we would have qualified as the best team in the group. We wouldn't have even be considering playoff, because South Africa actually topped the group with 1 point.
Just a point.
If we had beaten Zimbabwe, we would have topped them with 1 point. As simple as that.
To check on our captain, in fact, he needs to retire, because I don't see when people are calling for him to retire, because if you look at, he's the one that cost Nigeria against that Zimbabwe game, because Nigeria were leading already.
Exactly.
And before that minute, from nowhere, it was just like a movie. Yes,
exactly.
These guys now scored
cheap goals. I think that's the problem we've been having. I think these teams, we concede cheap goals.
Definitely.
Even against DR Congo. Look at the goal we conceded. A cross that Wilfred should have just kicked away.
As a defensive midfielder.
Just kick the ball away to
and there's no remorse. Reluctantly, he walked away.
Exactly.
Because so I never saw the seriousness.
He just control the ball for the opponent to score. Very easy goal.
Okay.
Look at the goal we considered against Gabon.
Yeah.
Very cheap goal. Look at the goal we considered against South Africa in their home. Very cheap goal. It was an own goal from Ekong. Look at the goal we considered against Zimbabwe at home. Very cheap goals. That's the story. That's the bad story that we've been in, the situation we find ourselves in recent times. And
I feel for Nigeria, especially the Spy Girls, these players, I feel for most of them, because aside the Wilfred Ndidi and there's players like Fulham playmaker Iwobi, and Tusekong. Who again? I think these are the three that have been at the World Cup. Aside them, no other person.
Exactly.
And these boys now, they in next World Cup, they'll be something.
Most of them will not be in the team by them. Most of them.
So I don't
even
see
Victor Osimhen
will be 31 or 32 then. Should be 31 or 32 then. I think 27 now. I think in 44 years, I should be 21, or 32, as the case may be. The strength might not be there.
Exactly.
This is the opportunity. He's at his prime now at the moment. This guy is playing very well. This is a time for him to be able to showcase himself that, okay, we can do this. And he can singularly lead Nigeria, because he never can tell. And when it comes to World Cup, in kind of Munda, anything can happen. Anything, the team that carries on, if you can be able to come out from the group stage, then you can be able to do it. But I was shocked. Even the likes of, like we have mentioned, Lookman was. So, Tibian, what are you saying? The future of Nigerian football at the moment. What are you saying? I think there should be a total change of for me. There should be a total change of management.
Yes,
I found that from the NFF down.
Exactly. I think there should be a total overhaul.
They need to overhaul
NFF.
The NFF needs to go down.
And again, even in the squad management, the coaching crew and everything, there should be total overhaul.
Okay, you don't see Chile.
I don't really see him. I don't really see him achieving anything with the national team. Even though I think the game against Benin Republic and Gabon was the only game that we could actually say that, okay, they played well. But even against Gabon, it was in extra time that they had to play well.
Come back.
Because if the game has ended 1-1,
it would have been.
It was in the group stage, it would have ended 1-1. Very easy.
Yes.
As simple as that.
Same thing that happened there against Zimbabwe. That's
and it happened against South Africa. I mean, it has happened against Zimbabwe in the first leg, happened in the second leg. I mean,
it will not be fair. It will not be fair if we speak about other players without mentioning the main man who is the defender, the goalkeeper. I don't know. People have been complaining that he should be dropped. I don't know why.
I think it's high time he's dropped, because I mean, recently he's been making silly mistakes. He's been being
Over too confident, yes.
Yeah,
And,
I think
you know,
it is affecting his game.
definitely.
If you look at the issues that Andre Onana had in Manchester United before he left,
overconfidence.
Overconfidence is part of the main problem that he was having, and that's
always
the problem.
Always you know Onana to
that's the problem that Wabali is having now. Okay. He's become too confident.
And Onana you mentioned also best up again in the playoffs because it was there's a particular word a pundit used. That he was lying in green pastures. I think that's the word they used.
So I think it's high time we
change him. But you see some Madukokoye, somebody who can be
doing well for Udinese in the Serie A. So I think it's high time we considered
even according to Sammy behind the scenes. Sammy was telling me that it's even better you look for this younger hungry goalkeepers who are ready to defend the badge, because I don't see what because we expected, okay, when Wabali came in, we say okay, good, at least we are seeing the spirit of visit in Wabali, but at long run
he's lost it. Is that he has not, even though during the penalty shootout, I mean, he did all his best.
He did his well.
I think,
but then expecting
he only needed the players to just
convert their goals.
But what he stopped two kicks. Just do little.
But really, see, it's true. Let's come to that. What will happen in that penalty shootout?
I mean, I think it's just as simple as that. It's just for the thing that happens in penalty shootout. Whenever it gets to penalty shootout, it can go either way.
Ajayi played his own penalty as if maybe he's a kind of in training ground, or maybe he's trying to jog, because I don't see this why Ajayi, a defender of his caliber and experience, will be coming to play such a penalty. You know, there's something we expect.
Even if he does, at least make it. Like I said, in penalty shootout, you can't really blame anybody. Anything can happen.
But do not.
Now look at Abbas's kick.
Nigeria
was wayward,
very wayward.
Look at Simon's kick. It was just passed it to the goalkeeper. Do you understand? So in penalty shootout, anything is possible.
Yes.
I'm not really going to.
But I don't know why. My spirit, even when about the penalty was about to get, I told those who are around me, I told them that it's over. It's over for Nigeria, because you don't need to tell me. When you look at the players who are playing this game, even from the way they play, you will see that there's no enthusiasm that, okay, we need to win this game. Let us take this game to these guys. Like you mentioned, this guy took this game to us, dominated us, and we kept receiving the punches, because when we kept defending, and at the end of the day, we will defend and there'll be applause. At the end of the day, you applaud you. But the main thing there is, why not convert your penalties? You have the opportunity to go to the World Cup.
Yeah. I think when they got to the penalties, they should have
done better.
Maybe they should have just. But I'll still say it again. When it comes to penalty shootout, it's always difficult.
And again, like you said,
even the penalty taker, any penalty taker that comes to take penalty is not always 100% sure of scoring.
Good,
but you just have to try and shoot.
Let it be that energy, because looking at the first penalty for Nigeria from Bassi came there.
Very poor.
Bassi came there
because I think that was the moment I started doubting
the Nigeria, because when you came, you were smart, you were as if you have this confidence you're going to score this goal. Before you know it, you balance the ball.
But then again, I think another problem I had with the coach was, I think he should have brought in Ekong in the dying minutes. Because Ekong is our penalty taker.
Yes.
And you know you are going to
the first year. They're good.
Why not bring him? At least it will
like what they did. What Dergo did. Bringing the Anuki goalkeeper.
Exactly.
You know,
if Ekong had come in, maybe Bassi, when he took his own, wouldn't have taken his own. Ekong would have still taken his own among the first 5 before it will even get to Bassi.
But we have to
get to Ajayi, not even Bassi. Because Bassi started, maybe even if Bassi had started, before it get to Ajayi, Ekong must have taken. Right. Do you understand? But it was very, very terrible. It was quite unfortunate. And
okay, let's believe that they need to
wait for another 4 years.
They need to go back to this drawing board and see if there's a way they can play. But for you to feast,
I think the total overhaul is very much necessary.
Very necessary. So because I think we want to start from there first. First of all, overhaul the NFF.
Yes, exactly.
But politics, the Nigerian politics will allow that.
The extent of corruption in Nigeria is what is affecting this national team.
That is it. Because
it's not just about the players performing or the coach doing well. I think the main problem that we have is corruption.
Good, because if
players the NFF, before this playoff, they started having issues about bonuses.
They boycotted training
and the hotel
and all those. They were lodged. So and everything.
It's all these
things.
All it in play. Always come in play, and it wouldn't have happened if the NFF was doing the things they were
They're
supposed to do, if the government was doing the things they were supposed to do. Because when it comes to NFF election, even though the government is not supposed to interfere, we all know in Nigeria the government is the one that calls the shots in those elections,
Definitely.
and that is what is killing us. That's what
Definitely.
is killing our football.
So